All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. A lot of news bits going on over the last, day or so. So we're going to cover a lot of different subjects. We're going to cover a little bit of Impact news. Always try to keep that positive. Some AEW news. Someone's coming back to wrestling. Very interesting name. And let's see if there's anything else. Let's talk some news bits later tonight. Before we get into all these little things, not necessarily so little. Later tonight, I will be watching Unbreakable live on the Impact Plus network app, whatever you call it. And I will be reviewing it live after right here. As far as the regular Impact stuff, you can catch me with the Total Nonstop Impact podcast over in the Impact Lounge whenever that happens. The new package entertainment. So is LAX still with Impact since they're at the Mexico tapings? Well, the Mexico tapings are in August, and from what I've heard, their contracts go through August. So, and I think Impact would like to keep them, but they're one of the top tag teams all around right now. So there's going to be a hefty price to keep them. I don't know if Impact wants to keep them. It's kind of like a territory thing. Once you get done doing everything you can do in the territory, you go on to the next one. And that's kind of what this time feels like. So that's my thoughts on that. But let's talk some Impact signings. Now, we knew that Rhino was back in Impact Wrestling, which I'm excited about because the guys, like I said on here before, you've heard me, he's actually going to be wrestling. He's not going to be sitting in a ring with someone else with a tray of bologna sandwiches. He's actually going to be spearing the shit out of people, which is freaking awesome. Jackson, what is up? Now, from what I'm reading, is he is now officially signed to Impact for a multi-year deal. So, with all the people coming and going from Impact Wrestling, this is great news, in my opinion. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with him. Now, of course, the biggest stuff coming up, he's been attacking Michael Elgin. So to see those guys go at it, I'm assuming they're going to set this up for Bound for Glory or maybe something sooner. We'll see. He's facing Moose tonight, so I'm excited about that. Gary, what is up? Is Reno Scun going to sign with Impact? I don't know. That's a great question. They were with them in the last tapings out west. What was that, a few months ago? I don't remember when it was. It was sometime this year. They should. They need to beef up the roster a little bit. If they're going to be losing, well, they already lost Johnny Impact, John Morrison, whatever you want to call him. He's down in South America, getting some stem cell research and healing up from an intense several years in wrestling. So he's going to be gone for a while, but he could be back. You never know. But I just hope he heals up nonetheless. Is Petey Williams also signed to a multi-year deal because he's been there forever? I know that when they're back in Canada, they use him on a regular basis, and I know they also use him as a producer. As far as actually signed, I don't know. But I know he obviously has a great reputation with the company. Now, that could go further because I heard that they're supposed to have some kind of reunion. Let me. Oh, they've got okay, so they got the tapings in California. They got Unbreakable tonight, and then they got Starstruck tomorrow, and then they got regular TV tapings on, would that be Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. But there is, let me quick open up this little news bit. I had Impact Wrestling news open here. Okay. So we're going to have, shush, these little video pop-ups. There's supposed to be Scott Steiner, Petey Williams, and Jordan Grace all live together. I don't know who they're going to be facing, but just the fact that all three of these together are good. It's going to be some good wrestling, but it's also going to be a comedic moment because we've known Scott Steiner's history in Impact Wrestling. Some of it's been kick-ass, some of it's been very comical. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll talk a little bit more of that later. Another multi-year signing, Kiera Hogan. Tremendous. This is a girl who's really been stepping it up in the company lately. You know, they've been trying to grow her character. She just turned heel. She's been having some incredible matches with Madison Rayne and Jordan Grace. It's just great news. It's great to see that someone is re-signing with the company. She's publicly gone on record as saying she's very happy and that it's a very positive locker room. So, that being said, we're very excited about that. I hope Matt Sydal returns in the future to Impact. Yeah, his contract ran out and he just went away. I don't know I think he's probably also taking care of some injuries, getting some rest. I don't know. But yeah, he was a lot of fun in there. Will Steiner be in the Hall of Fame this year? That's a great question. Usually they bring that up at Slammiversary. And they didn't, as far as like who's going in. And then they have the Hall of Fame stuff revolving around Bound for Glory, don't they? Isn't that what the thing usually is? We haven't heard yet. I'm sure they're going to do something. Last year was what, Abyss? That was emotional and fun. I'm glad they re-signed Impact because they need more wrestlers. Jake Atlas, hopefully they'll sign him. I've heard of Jake Atlas, but I really don't know much about him, so I really can't comment on that. But I hear what you're saying, the LGBTQ stuff. Yeah, I hear you. What else here? Oh, you meant, yeah. So yeah, great news for Impact Wrestling. And let's quickly go over, go over some of the matches for tonight. Jay Chris defends his X Division Championship versus Trey versus Ace Austin, and then there's 2 question marks. So there's 2 mystery people that are going to be in that match. I imagine TJP might be one of them, but I don't know. It's just a guess. It could be anyone. They've been throwing big guys like Willie Mack in there. Hell, they could even throw in Stone Rockwell. Who knows, man? It's but whoever they have in there, just having Ace Austin, Trey, and of course Jake Chris defending his X Division Championship is sure to be on fire. We also got Edwards Eddie Edwards versus Michael Elgin. Knockouts title on the line between Taya and Havoc. Going to really be excited about that one. Madison Rayne is going to be in action. I have not heard against who. Three-way tag team championship match. I mean, this card is really stacked. I'm amazed. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm amazed, but I mean, this isn't a pay-per-view, but it is an Impact Plus showing. So, I mean, you got to pay for it. So I'm happy. They're doing stuff like this because you really get your money's worth then. Reno Scum and Willie Mack and Rich Swann going up against the tag champs, the North. Rhino versus Moose. Oh my God. Can't even imagine who's going to, they're probably go to a time limit draw and just be completely exhausted, pounding the crap out of each other. Can't wait. And with all the stuff with Moose been talking about, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. Dream trio of Pump. Like I said, we got Steiner, Petey Williams, Jordan Grace versus who knows? We'll see. I'm going to quick check the social media, though, just to see if they got any last minute stuff. And, of course, what's going to headline Sammy versus Tessa, number 1 contendership match for the Impact Championship. Wow, that's official. Well, we'll talk about that next, because when I was making this live, I did not know the latest status, and now we do. Okay, any last minute things? I'm just quick scrolling down the page here. Oh, okay, so 7 days away from tickets going on sale for Bound for Glory in Chi-Town. Titanium packages, Gold Circle, and front row tickets on sale August 9th. Very excited about that. I'm going to do my best to try to get to that one with my boys, Trent and Kyle from the Total Nonstop Impact Podcast. That's, man. And that would be my first Impact Wrestling event ever. And Impact tonight is going to be on fire too, as far as the taped showing. You know, you got Tessa versus Fulton, North versus Trey and Wentz. Tickets on sale for the Las Vegas show, November 5th and 6th. That's going to be Sam's Town. They usually do pretty good there. Mexico tapings, August 15th and 16th. Yes, LAX is on the poster. And so is brand new Knockout debuting then. Emma. Oh. Tennille Dashwood. Let's see. Let me quick scroll down the Starstruck event even looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. North versus Dreamer and Rhino. Dear God. That's going to be insane. I'm not seeing anything else for tonight. Starstruck is going to have Jordan Grace versus Madison Rayne. The three-way between Chris, Trey, and Ace Austin is going to be on Starstruck. Oof. Fun. All right, let's talk. So, yeah, a lot of little things going on in the world of Impact Wrestling, all positive. More towns going on sale. And, of course, they're going to make their debut in Chicago for Bound for Glory. Let's jump back in the chat here real quick. Oh, my goodness. Maybe it'll be 2 debuts or 2 returns. Oh, for the tag match or for the X Division match? Yeah, who knows? Do you think Callahan will take title off of Cage when he beats Tessa? I'm really torn on that. I want to see Tessa shine. And if any company is going to put forth a woman as the lead champion holder of their company, I think it could be Impact Wrestling. I've seen a lot of similarities over the years to Lucha Underground, and I mean that in a complimentary way. We saw Lucha Underground do that with Sexy Star. And, opinions about Sexy Star aside, when they did that, I thought it was amazing. I missed that show. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. There's a significant signing coming out of Lucha Underground to somewhere else. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but we're going to talk about it anyways because it's big news. Which that reminds me. Just writing myself a little reminder note because sometimes I forget about all the stuff I have planned. I love OVE. I love Callahan. He's been doing significantly well in Impact Wrestling and has helped the brand, has been loyal to the brand. So I'm legit torn as far as who I'd like to see as champ. I would love to see them push Tessa to the moon and become Impact champ. I'm okay with that as long as it's booked well and the matches are fine. But I also want to see Sammy as champ because he deserves it. He's put Impact Wrestling on his back. It's as Trent would say, doing the imitation of Sammy. So yeah, I'm really torn on it. I really don't know. Tonight could go, like I said, tonight could go either way. It's but there's gonna be a lot of eyes on it. I'm telling you, it's exciting. It's an exciting time for Impact Wrestling and wrestling in general. All right. What's next here? What happened to Katrina? Katriana and Impact. She's still on the roster as far as I know. I don't know. Visa issues? I have no idea. People come and go. I have not heard anything about her. I liked her on there, veteran presence, and then she brought in a couple new faces on the West Coast at the last West Coast taping. So we'll see. I don't know. Impact Wrestling never did a pay-per-view in Arkansas, but they did TV taping. We need a wrestling company to go somewhere like that. They don't ever pay-per-views or nothing, only tapings. Well, you know what? I tell you, that's one place that WWE has been canceling events from what I've heard. Low ticket sales. I'm sure there's a decent amount of wrestling fans there, but it's got to be, people coming out to shows on a regular basis. If it's a show like Impact Wrestling that draws, well, I'd say it, but smaller crowds, maybe they would do well there, But just the fact that they're expanding to the Midwest, I think, is a positive. And, they're building crowds consistently in the places that they keep going back to, like California, Vegas, up to Canada, East Coast. And they haven't touched Florida in a while. I'm sure they're going to go back there sometime, but, we'll see. Reno Scum are going to replace LAX. Possibly. Humble Beast. What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. It's the update I got here late. All right, so let's go into the AEW news. From what I'm hearing, Malaba Shira was signed. He's just training more. He will show up, I'm sure, by the end of the year in Impact Wrestling, and he'll be a strong force in the whole. They see his squad, I'm sure. At the same time tonight, yeah, they will humble Beast. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, static about Tennille Dashwood signing. What's up, Malcolm? See Evilise and Impact Wrestling. Mr. Frats, what is up? How you doing? Yeah, I'd love to see Evilise there too. And we'll talk about Lucha Underground stuff in just a bit. Let's talk about AEW, the latest news. Their TNT debut in Washington, D.C. is sold out, folks. And it's really no surprise. I heard some people had some trouble online at Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster couldn't handle the flow. The flow. The unbelievable flow of people who wanted tickets for this debut TNT TV taping. Well, it's live, you know. They shouldn't call it a taping, but whatever they call it, I don't care. So yeah, congrats to AEW. Predicted is supposed to be for about 15,000, depending on the setup of the arena. Still waiting to see other cities go on sale. I'm sure they will go soon. Within the next few weeks, I'm sure, because they want to give people a chance to. I mean, this is a big, the big TV debut. This is exciting. So, congrats to because when I first went live, they had not sold out yet. There was still a few thousand seats left, and I quick saw something as I was talking about something else. And so, yeah, sure enough, sold out. Congrats, guys. That's tremendous here. Just laying here, gonna nap in a bit. Hashtag night shift. You? Me? Oh, man, lots of stuff going on today. I'm celebrating. Well, the wife is out running errands, but we already celebrated our 5th year wedding anniversary. Been together with Tracy altogether, dating and married 9 years. So very happy to report that Mrs. J-Bone is still a happy Mrs. J-Bone, because I took her out to breakfast at the Young Bucks' favorite restaurant, Cracker Barrel, where we had a country boy breakfast. It was amazing. Some of the best steak you can get for $10. And all the sides. Amazing. Just crazy. Bring back Impact Wrestling twice. Yeah, you know what? With the change in the roster, over the last handful of years, it's been tough, But if they keep getting people signed, maybe they can fix something up with Figures Toy Company. Who knows? New Japan just did. New Japan. So, I don't know. I almost bought Impact trading cards at a flea market the other week. If I see them again, I'll buy. Yes, you absolutely should. That would be I'd be very curious. I remember this is like years after WCW went out of business, and I bought some WCW trading cards. Got some really interesting ones. I still got a few of them floating around here. I don't know what the hell I did with them. How far away do you think we are from seeing them in a good station in the States? I'm from UK, so the channel they're on over here is free to view, so it's great. I'm hoping by the end of the year at this point, honestly. I've heard that the Access TV, whatever it's called, those negotiations apparently are not done, from what I've heard. So we'll see. You know, I take everything with a grain of salt unless it's like big time confirmed. I heard they were over, and then you hear this news, and you hear that news, and it's like, oh my god. When we get close to something, they'll let us know, because that's going to be big news for Impact Wrestling. Yeah, they need TV bad, because Twitch is only doing so much, and Pursuit ain't doing jack squat. Happy anniversary, bud. Thank you, Mr. Fritz. Much appreciated. Aaron Jack, what is up? Finally caught you live. Yes, live and in the flesh. What's up, man? What is the karma with everything AEW does? Is the wrestling better than other? Oh, I think you mean AEW. It's they're just trying to be different, you know. Some people are on board, some people are not. I am. I'm excited about it. I love who they're bringing into the company. May not be the biggest people, aka Marco Stunt, but I'm happy about it. You know, it's just something fresh, new, and exciting on TV. The production's going to be great, and it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, and people are going to crap on it when it isn't. But you know what? Every new company has its hiccups, but damn, we haven't had this kind of buzz in 20 years, man. As far as like, you know, it's not the Monday Night Wars, but it's, you know, something that's exciting and new. So, hell yeah, I'm going to be talking about it on here. I'd buy a Kiwi and Lodi training cart, also Reno, and the Marmalukes. Oh God, those names I haven't heard in a long time. Congrats, Jay, on anniversary. Mrs. J got the. It's a blessing to be able to celebrate years of marriage. Well, we're not going to talk about the bone stuff because I don't want to get thrown off of YouTube. But our marriage is good. We'll just say that. You know, we've gone through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of health issues. You know, and I've stuck it out with her. She stuck it out with me. You know, we lean on each other, and that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do in marriage. You know, it's just I'm a lucky man. Just put it simply. Can't wait to see who's Jericho's mystery partners are. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few options out there. One of them we're going to talk about next. Somebody who's coming back to wrestling. It's really no surprise, though, because we've seen him on Instagram working out, training. Enzo Amore is coming back to wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, it's no surprise, because with the interview that Big Cass, or KazXL, as he's called now, had with Ryan Satin. If you have not seen the interview on YouTube, please, whether opinions aside of Ryan Satin, I understand that some people appreciate him as a journalist. Some people do not appreciate him as a journalist. I can take him or leave him. You know, I think he's got some skills. You know, it is what it is. It's news. You know, some of the news they get it right, and some of the news they don't get it right. That's everyone and anyone is going to be at fault at that. So, but besides that, his interview with KazXL, Big Cass, very good, and Cass looks incredibly healthy. Talks about getting sober, getting in shape. He's got a match coming up in a couple weeks with Moxley on the East Coast. I didn't catch. It's something with an N. It's where they showed up before. But Big Cass has a match with Moxley in a few weeks. And Enzo is going to have it's like an open challenge at this event. And he says he wants to face someone about his size, like 205 or less. So, hey, I'm excited about it. I'm happy for him. I was always a fan of his. I felt like he just had some bad luck, and I never judged him for what he was being accused of, because I know it was bullshit. It didn't take much to do a little digging and figure out that this chick was just whacked. Completely whacked. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, she's a bitch and she's a whore and blah, 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 blah. No, she's got mental health issues. And unfortunately, it cost Enzo his job. And Cass was just in a downward spiral at the same time. And none of us knew it. Enzo, among others, helped get Big Cass out of his depression, got him sober. He looks like he's in great shape. Let me tell you something. When I saw him last fall at his indie debut, was in the same place where they just did the MLW tapings in Waukesha, not too far from here, at Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore show. He looked terrible. And it was like the next night is when he had that seizure. Now, I did not go up to Big Cass that night. My wife was like, oh, there's Big Cass. She expected me to go up to him. And he just, oh my God, his eyes were sunk in. I mean, if you saw pictures of how he looked back last fall when he came back to the indie scene, it was almost scary. It was not the same guy. And I just seeing him from a distance on the other side of the room, how he was interacting with fans, not saying he wasn't doing anything wrong. I just didn't feel comfortable going over there, because I've talked to wrestlers when they were off, when you're trying to get an autograph and you're trying to express your appreciation for what they've done in the wrestling business. And it's not, how do I say this? It's not received how you think it's going to be received. Like I've had this, which is the great, and I've also had this, which is, yeah, that could have went better, but what are you going to do? So yeah, Enzo's coming back to wrestling. I certainly think Enzo and Big Cass could be options as far as the surprise tag team on the TNT debut. If Cass stays clean and he sticks with Enzo, I think Enzo will help him. I mean, Enzo can be a bit of a wild card at times, but as far as someone who's sincere about his friendship with Big Cass, I absolutely believe that if they stick together, they could be a success again. And I mean, they've got fans. Opinions aside, they've got fans. And they blew shit up when they were in the WWE. They did. They legit did. And I'm excited to see them back together again. Don't care what Simon Gotch said about him. Don't care. Let's talk about this last little bit of news and we'll catch up on comments. A WWE signing. This is big. And this also is, unfortunately, another nail in the coffin for Lucha Underground. King Cuerno, a.k.a. Phantasma, who's also been on Impact Wrestling, traveled all over, AAA, was unmasked within the last year. He's had an unbelievable career, and it looks like he's going to be starting with WWE in September, from what I'm hearing. Hey, great for him. I'm not going to sit here and do the whole, oh, they're going to wreck him. You could say that about everyone and anyone. Have there been a decent amount of people that have gone shoved up to the main roster and they just sit in, main event? And I mean the show main event, not the main event. Limbo? Yeah, like EC3. I think plenty of us who are Impact Wrestling fans have seen what they've done with him and have just shaken our head. But like I said, you don't know what people's goals are. You don't know how far they want to climb that ladder in the world of professional wrestling or sports entertainment. If that's what he wants to do, if that's his end goal after being wrestling for, I don't know how many years he's been in wrestling, but damn, he was one of the best in Lucha Underground, I can tell you that. His topes, unreal. Some of the most crazy topes I've ever seen in professional wrestling. So yeah, I mean, it's another sign that things are quietly, unfortunately, going away for Lucha Underground. And I mean, if they're losing like legit everyone, I don't see it coming back. I don't know who the hell they could bring in to save it, because legit everyone is either a free agent getting snatched up like that. Cobb, Ring of Honor, Lucha Brothers, AEW, Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, or, they're all getting signed. So yeah, I would love, there's nobody more that would love to see a season 5 and see the continuation and probably the last season of Lucha Underground. But that's Hollywood. Hollywood can be an ugly place. And unfortunately, the show had, I don't know. I'll just call it mismanagement, because I don't know what the hell else to call it, because I'm not a Hollywood guy. I'm a wrestling guy. It's a different beast. So yeah, congrats to King Cuerno, aka Phantasma, formerly of AAA and Impact Wrestling and Lucha Underground. So yeah, we'll in a month or so, we'll see if he shows up. I'm sure WWE will, proudly display him in the next class of pictures, which means there's probably going to be a few let go. There always is when they bring in a new class. We'll see what happens. Because they got about 1,000 people at the PC now. All right, let's jump in the chat here for a little bit before we wrap this up. Bobby Roode should leave and come back. Yeah, another guy in main event purgatory. Are the tickets on sale yet for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view? 1 week away. 1 week away. Next Friday. I've been watching a lot of Enzo interviews, hoping he comes back to wrestling along with Big Kaz XL. It's happening. It's happening. Jay Busy, what's up? How you doing? Oh, agree. He should. Rude would fit right in with Impact roster right now. A veteran presence back in the company. Yeah, I think it'd be all right. Obviously, they would, do good stuff with him. EC3 should come back. Yeah. He's, yeah. He really hasn't done anything. Will Harry Smith be one of the guys you would next year to build a heavyweight division. I would love to see him versus Fatu. He just had a hell of a match against Alexander Hammerstone, the national openweight champion. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen. He was supposed to face Tom Lawler, but plans change. You know, that was, well, MLW put out a poll saying, who do you want to see fight Lawler? He blew away the competition, apparently. So, but, you know, you never know. Ethan Carter III ruined his gimmick. Not sure why he left the check, maybe. Yeah, you never know what people's goals are, and you can't fault them for that. You know? Money, whatever. You know, it's a business, and these guys want to get paid. He didn't know he was going to get treated like absolute dog shit. I would love to see Stu Bennett, Wade Barrett in Impact Wrestling. He's probably too busy with WOS. Yeah, I don't even know if WOS is still around. I heard Defiant just closed their doors, unfortunately. EC3 was a face of Impact Wrestling. Maybe he had some unfinished business. Yeah, I mean, and I'd love to see him mix it up with what's his face? The 205 Live Spud. I can't remember what the hell they call him in the managerial position he's in. I saw some highlights of him wrestling Michael Bennett. Oh, God. Oh, God. Funny stuff. What's the deal with Killer Cross? Is he gone? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I haven't heard anything as far as updates on his contract. As far as, is he writing it out? Are they booking him? Are they putting him on the shelf? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and patiently see because, well, we haven't seen him. At least I don't think we've seen him. We haven't seen him the last few weeks in like the fallout of Slammiversary. So, but I know that the West Coast is his place. So don't be surprised if he shows up there and really starts wreaking some havoc. I'm crossing my fingers because I love crossing Impact Wrestling, but I know there's been some contractual issues, but he's still, I know he wants to stay loyal to them. I know he's been, as far as wrestling and being booked, he's been happy as far as what he says, and you got to take his word for it. Imagine if CM Punk showed up at Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory in Chicago. Oh my God. And not at All Out? Oh, geez Louise. We could only wish, right? Yeah, he would never do that. He's laughed at that name. But that was several years ago when I think they actually went after him, and it was still TNA, but it still had that was at the time that I think TNA had a real bad taste in its mouth. So I don't blame them for trying, but he kind of laughed it off, I think. I will lose my mind if that happens. CM Punk showing at Impact Wrestling. Tara should come back to Impact before she retires. Tara, yeah, you know, I'd love to see her in the Hall of Fame, and I don't know how healthy she is. Last time I saw her, she had a retirement match against Candice Michelle. Candice Michelle retiring in her last match in Milwaukee. And no, I'm not talking about how she won the 24/7 title for a whole 2 whopping seconds. That don't count. No, that don't count. In my book, it don't count. So, but yeah, and Tara's still a great wrestler. She was played a great heel that night. It was a couple of years ago, Blizzard Brawl, House of Hardcore. I'm not sure if Tara was happy with Impact Wrestling. I don't know. I don't hear much about her. I don't know. What about Eric Young? I think he cut off his beard. Nastiest pile driver. Yeah. He's chasing that 24/7 title too, unfortunately. They should stick him on 205 Live because I think he's hits the weight limit. He'd be great in there. Hell, they put Chad Gable in there too, didn't they? I think. I don't know. And I was saying that forever. Tennille Dashwood is a perfect replacement for Scarlett Bordeaux. Yeah. I mean, I think she's plenty talented. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with her and how she works. Scarlett Bordeaux, unfortunately, just couldn't. If they're not paying her what she's worth and she can't make the towns, just let her go. J-Bone, are you watching SummerSlam? Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. Yeah, babe.
My truck is done, so come outside and get ready.
Okay. I'm live right now. I'll wrap this up in 5. I'm live right now. I will wrap this up in 5 minutes, and I'll be outside. Okay? Love you. Bye. That was the Mrs. Jabon. So we're going to wrap this up. A couple more comments, and we'll get out of here. 45 minutes. We went long enough. Are you watching SummerSlam next weekend? SummerSlam. I'm thinking Slammiversary. Duh. Jeez Louise. Obviously didn't have enough coffee today. SummerSlam. I don't know. Not decided yet. Card looks meh. But CM Punk only left because Impact Wrestling said that he had to pick between Ring of Honor and Impact. Oh, yeah. I mean, and those both companies were completely 180 degrees different than what they are now. And that was over 5 years ago or whatever it was. Mike Bennett just went for the money. His booking is horrendous. They had dude lay down and Maria pinned with her foot. Yeah. No comment on that. That's just first pregnant champion. Yeah, congrats. But why did they do it? Because it's good shit. God. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. It's not many wrestlers like the Briscoes who are loyal to their company. Briscoes, God, yeah. I mean, I would have loved to see them go everywhere and anywhere and get a better payday. And then they could, do something with that chicken farm finally. But, Ring of Honor obviously is very good to them and pays them well. So what are you going to do? Still one of the best. Talk about loyalty. Briscoes are definitely loyal to Ring of Honor. Yes, they are. Goldberg is coming back. Yeah, that's rumored. I don't know if they've said anything official today, but yeah, the rumor is that Goldberg's going to face Ziggler. And let me tell you, that one should headline it. Absolutely. Without a doubt. No, please don't do that. Here at New Japan could have a partnership with Impact. No, I have not heard that. I don't know. I've heard things over the years like they're still pissed or something about Okada. I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't heard anything, but yeah, we'll see. Impact's always trying to, just keep the roster positive. The Briscoes are very. Wait, seriously, Goldberg versus Ziggler? Yeah, that's a rumor. I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, I certainly don't want to see. I mean, as good as Miz versus Ziggler is. I mean, they always put on a damn good show. We've seen it umpteenth million times. I don't want to see it again. He's sweet chin music, Shawn Michaels. I thought we were going to get Shawn Michaels versus Ziggler. I was actually kind of half excited about that. But apparently that's not happening. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a fatal four-way. Miz versus Goldberg versus Shawn Michaels versus Ziggler. Boom. There you go. There's your headliner for Slammiversary. And on that note, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Later tonight, we're going to go live after Unbreakable. Can't wait for that. It's going to be a crazy show. And we're going to find out who the number one contender is. Is it going to be Sammy? Is it going to be Tessa? Is Goldberg going to show up? I'm kidding. We'll see you later tonight, folks. Take care.